Innovation looks insanely untouchable. He's up 3-0 in the GSL finals. He's looked like the best player of the most exciting season in the GSL the entire time. He looked like the best player of the previous GSL when he got knocked out in the round of 8 by Symbol, who he just beat in the previous round to prove that he's better than him. The only games Symbol won were the games that he cheesed with Bane links, whether it be a Ling Bane bust before factory finish, or a roach bane bust in the mid game that really forces the Terran's hand trying to hold the third. Innovation's been great about SimCity. He has been great about churning out units constantly, never missing a macro cycle. So when he has these super close fights, he is barely able to hold. When he's attacking, he's not microing for 30 seconds straight. When the Zerg counterattacks, he's able to hold it because he has units waiting at his third or at his natural. This was really the biggest reason why he was able to defeat Startail Life, as Startail Life was sort of considered the best Zerg at the time, and a guy who used a counterattack heavy style. And Innovation Manor Muled Startail Life in one of their games. It was this really epic game where Life almost killed him with a counterattack. Well, in this series we've seen Innovation Manor Mule his opponent twice in a row, and if you don't know what a Manor Mule is, well, the mule is the thing from the command center that you drop down to get more money, right? Well, whenever you manor mule someone, you like drop one of those like right in their face. It's like saying get the fuck out. It's like basically like flipping someone off in the game. It's very disrespectful. And Innovation never really did this throughout his career. And in general, I think you see like a lot of the Korean players like manor mule less than the foreigner players. Especially like back in this era, like there were a lot more like loudmouth players. And the scene really had like the most players and the highest level of players that it ever did in this time. You had all the legends from Brood War come over. As Innovation's bunker is starting, 2 queens on the way for Soulkey. Pretty standard start. Notice Inno is keeping a marine on the exterior. And even if he's going to go Hellion quick 3rd CC here, the classic Innovation build, do you want your opponent to know that? No. Maybe you could be going 5 racks, lol. Like, maybe you're going 2 fact Blue Flame Hellion. There are things in the game that really matter and have mattered since day 1 of the beta. Limiting information is one of them. Very important in Starcraft. And in any RTS, frankly. Soulkey is taking a 3rd here, and I'm really going to be interested to see if he plays Muta. He's getting a late Ling speed. That means he's focused on getting out a bunch of drones and queens. This is like the classic gasless style that we would see where Zergs would delay their gas and then get double Evo. If you looked at like a gasless opener, this is like a standard gasless opener. This is the sort of opener that if you didn't do like a fast speedling that you would do where you would get the quick 4 queens and then it's like, okay, I think it was like 36 supply or something. I'm going to start adding gas. And it delays your link speed. It allows you to get 1-1. Things sort of add up nicely. And a lot of StarCraft 2 is coming up with build orders that are efficient and gas timing that cascades into getting stuff that you want right whenever the buildings finish. You don't want to be in a position in StarCraft whenever a building finishes and you don't have the money for an upgrade, or you have like 300 gas in the early game because you haven't been macroing properly and you're mining too much gas. So Roach Warren and a Baneling Nest comes down. It looks like we're going to see some aggression from Soulkey. And you can remember, Soulkey, Roro, Symbol, these guys were macro players, so to see them cheese Innovation, they're certainly saying, like, I can't deal with Innovation's late game. Like, if Innovation gets into, like, his 3 base income and starts parade pushing me, I'm never going to beat him as he mixes in mines to his insane bio army that is always bigger than it should be, seemingly, and is well upgraded and contains marauders. If you think about the era of bio mine versus Ling Bling Muta, what are some of the things that you think about as far as the Zerg's win condition in a fight? Well, the Terran player could have a fucky wucky and make the mistake of, oh, let's see, if you have Ling Bane Muta, they're not going to, well, lose their BCs like we see now, that's not something that's ever going to happen. As we see a bunch of roach bane coming up here, and really, what the point I was making was the onus is on the Zerg player in that situation, always fighting against mines. It's just very, very risky. As Innovation tries to snipe the banelings, and there's so many roaches, he's like, great, I'm being roach cheesed again. And he's trying to get bunkers up, but the bunkers are really late. He didn't see this one coming. This was a map where they spawned in close positions, and it sort of circumvented the tower, the attack, and Innovation is just completely caught off guard. This is a map that didn't really see a lot of play as far as like ladder goes. This is definitely a map that would be picked in a best of 7 and not necessarily a best of 3. And again, they spawn close, so like Roach Bane aggression, Ling Bane aggression is going to be better. Innovation is being attacked brutally here. Roach Bane screaming into the base, and the Marines are getting mowed down. Innovation brings his SCV up, and you see a couple mines. They come out, but Innovation really doesn't have much. He has no Marauders left. As wow, his factory gets gooped, and he goes down there. So Innovation falls to the Roach Bane. And it's just 3-1, so surely he'll just play a little safer and go tanks, right? That's what he did against Symbol. Sub for more.